Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to PC Gamer Girl. I know it's been a while, but if you follow me on Twitter, you already know that my voice is still pretty much gone. It's been like a month and I'm over it, but I am gonna do this anyway because I missed this. So we're gonna make some videos. We are picking up with the letter where we left off, and hopefully we'll get some good stuff in today. And again, pardon me for the terrible quality of my voice right now. Alrighty, let's see, I believe we're playing Hannah right now. So let's see, sick and hovering over the loo at 3 in the morning. The picture I paint right now is hardly glamorous. A horribly fishy taste is left in my mouth as I throw up what I had for dinner, and I hate the acrid stench that fills the lavatory. Gross. The burning sensation at the back of my throat is of no help whatsoever. I can feel another wave of nausea come up on me when the door opens.
Hannah, what are you doing so early out of bed?
Why are you in a suit at 3 a.m.?
I'm fine, love. I must have just eaten something bad.
Like ceviche. That's all I managed to say before vomiting again into the porcelain throne. God, I hope she's not pregnant. Lovely.
Just go back to bed, Luke. I'm going to clean up here.
I refuse to look at him. I don't want him to see me like this. The last time I've had a horrible morning rushing into a toilet was during my college years, being the life of the party. Thoughtless and shameless, I had thrown away months to frivolous merriment and pointless hookups. I feel like we've all done that. I didn't even retain any of the connections I had made from that time. Sure, they still know of me and I still know of them, and we still do business from time to time. But I've lost touch with anyone who I didn't see on a daily basis. I hardly have any of the friends I had when I was still a Hannah Evans. Teachers, fellow university students, drinking buddies, why did I say bunnies? Did I say bunnies? Buddies, and old conquests like Jack.
No, don't touch me, sweetie. It's disgusting.
Aw, he does care.
I'm disgusting.
She's wearing the heart of the ocean. Luke sits down next to me on the toilet floor to hold my hair, even as I cough up more fish. Ew! Okay, well that's how you know somebody really loves you, is they're willing to hold your hair when you puke. He wipes the vomit from the corner of my mouth and just stares.
Do I need to fire someone? I don't feel sick.
I'll bet she's pregnant.
Just feeling a bit under the weather, dear. It's been unbearably hot as of late, hasn't it? I do wish it would rain.
Are you sure it wasn't those sweets? I told you not to eat those sweets.
Aw.
Maybe. Well, don't laugh.
Well, I can't help if you make that sort of face.
Poor Hannah. He starts chuckling and soon enough he's in a fit of laughter. This scene happening next to a loo filled with sick just makes the whole thing bizarre, and it nearly makes me start giggling as well. I try to stifle it though as I smack him on the shoulder.
I'm not making a face, Luke. Stop laughing. Shut up.
When he would not stop laughing, I let myself go as laughter bubbles from my own throat, and I forget whatever ill feelings plagued me. We were just husband and wife laughing together at a funny face, the little things in life. I let myself go because I know that these moments will not last forever. But if I just know the terrible things that are to come for us, I would have wished with everything I have then and there that the laughter stayed. Aww.
Hiya! Come on now!
Oh, we must be doing construction. Yay! The place is bustling with movers carrying furnishings here and there, along with several trunks of personal belongings taken from our penthouse. Luke watches them like a hawk, making sure nothing is handled carelessly or gets stolen.
Careful now. I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings.
Oh, Lord.
Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
Oh, dude.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
Pantry, Buttercup. Careful, that's Emma Hot. No, you there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon Abueva.
Oh, God. I can see the exasperation, and I have to send the foreman an apologetic glance. Even Johannes rolls his eyes as he goes by. Considering Luke is always like this during a project, Johannes and I have gotten used to it. Poor Marianne, on the other hand, looks a bit stressed at seeing the gigantic mess before quickly going back to work. Everything just has to be perfect, exactly the way he wants it. He sounds like Kanye West. One little thing out of place, one little thing that didn't fit the image he clearly constructed in his head, and Luke gets bent out of shape.
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs?
I actually do the exact same thing. I am completely nitpicky about things.
Let Johannes and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
We have this, Mrs.
Whoa.
Wright.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
Taking him by the hand, I lead him upstairs into our bedroom. Ooh, it's purple. I don't know about that. This place has been arranged first so that we can get some rest, no matter what state the rest of the mansion is in. Man, I would kill for that balcony. I am definitely glad I can just lie down on a soft, comfy bed after what has been a busy morning. Watching Luke act like this, act like his life depended on getting this move done, is tiring all on its own. And to think I have a whole day of this ahead of me. I feel the bed dip beside me as Luke sits down with a sigh.
Well, I can't wait for this to be over.
I don't know. It's fun seeing you all fired up. Here at home and not at work, you know.
You know I can't always be home, Hannah. I have a company to run, unless you forgot.
I haven't forgotten. You're the one who insists on being there to make sure each and every little thing is under control. I just really miss you sometimes, and I wish you were at home more often. Why, if you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and I'll start bringing cats home. And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, don't bluff. The things would shred up your precious furniture. Besides,
True.
you don't even like cats.
True, true. Dogs are infinitely superior, of course.
Jenna Marbles would disagree.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess. I'm not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute. If you think about it, a cat would be better.
It's not always that we can just lie down and talk about these sorts of things. To joke around as if we're teenagers again with very little problem in the way of responsibilities and roles. To hear his genuine, honest-to-goodness laughter is a rarity. This is just the second time as of late. And I can only see it as signs of good things to come.
All good points. I guess we could just have kids. That is, if you prefer dealing with soiled nappies and sick as opposed to dead birds, mice, and litter boxes.
I don't know which I'd prefer out of that.
I've already told Marianne about turning the second bedroom into a children's room.
The second bedroom? What are you talking about? There has to be like 20 bedrooms in this place. I guess sometimes I don't know when I'm crossing a line. I didn't say that I'm a good comedian, did I?
Not this again.
What? I wasn't being serious.
It's not something you take the piss out of. Having a kid is a big responsibility, Hannah. We've talked about this, haven't we? I'm not ready to be a parent. I'd probably end up killing the little brat by the week's end.
Calm yourself, fool. What should I say? We're gonna say you're gonna be a great father, even though I don't
Carly
believe
likes you well enough.
I don't believe it. The mention of our little goddaughter places a conflicted look on his face. Sometimes it's cute when he denies having a soft spot for the little girl. But then sometimes it's sad and makes me wonder what happened to make him think so poorly of himself in this regard.
Yes, well, it's Kylie. The tyke likes everybody and, on the off chance she doesn't, likes them well enough as long as they buy her sweets. And sure, that kid is great, but if I get tired of her, I can ship her back to her father at the end of the day. Having kids of our own will be a whole different monster entirely.
Why is he so angry all the time? I've never heard him talk about his father in anything but a business contact. I recall Damien Wright. Kept hearing about him from my own father, even before I met Luke. The business world praised him for running a tight ship, all until one mistake led to a great loss for the enterprise. It was then that news of Luke Wright, prodigy son and successor to the old man, started to show up, and he aided in its recovery and growth up until the Great Recession. I'm getting a bit off track. Regardless, I've never heard him talk about his father like one would talk about family.
I think you'll be a great father.
There's a smile, no matter how half-hearted it may be. I do really think that. He might not be a good, honest man. A part of me knows that, though I try to silence it. But I know Luke well enough that he'll be a better father than either Damian Wright or Henry Evans. I loved my father, but he never had the time.
If it is any consolation, I think you'd be a decent mother.
Aww. On the other hand, I've never heard of his mother. A silence settles, both comfortable and uncomfortable. There's familiarity in each other's company, despite the awkwardness that had transpired. Defenses and masks down, with anybody else looking. We're both together and alone in this quiet. But a crash from downstairs startles us both out of our reverie. Uh-oh. Luke lets out a heavy sigh before coming up to his feet and straightening his jacket.
I'll have to attend to that then.
Be good, darling, and watch out for your blood pressure.
It's probably a good idea. He gives me a kiss on the cheek before leaving while I lay there in a daze. Alone, as per usual. I really should be used to it by now. Let's look at our relationship stuff. Oh, okay. Wow, we're pretty good with Marianne and Luke. Look at that. That's good. How about Isabella? Oh, Isabella's killing it with Zachary and Marianne. And a little bit with Ashton. Rebecca's not crazy about us, but whatever. Screw her. Oh, is that, yeah, Harvey. Wow. I think we have a lot from October 21st. Yeah. Okay. I can feel the minutes tick by with me just lying there, feeling miserable and full of self-pity. Oh, I hate that. I've rolled over to lie on my stomach at this point with my face buried into the pillows when there's a knock at the door. Grumbling at them to go away doesn't work as a voice comes from the other side.
Madam, the photographer from Luxury Living is here.
Wait, is that today? Oh, yes. People had caught wind of our new mansion the very moment we left the open house. Luke had boasted he could acquire the property in no time and allowed a photo shoot for an interior design magazine to be scheduled today. Well, there were complications, and it took longer than it usually does for us.
In a minute, Hansi.
Johannes, if you could at least make it through the end.
Tell them I'll be right down, Hansi.
She's so rude with the names. The mansion grounds has been one of the first things to be fixed up. Aside from the bedroom, it still kind of looks the same to me. Although it's still a work in progress, it had a promising start and I can already see the flower patches. Luke's favorite daffodil stands out easily, having been transplanted from the pots that used to litter the rooftop of our penthouse. Why, if the moving crew thought that Luke was being hard on them, they clearly didn't see the landscaper on his way out. The man looked like he was ready to faint, and Luke seemed ready to kill him by the end of their discussion. Hey, it's Zach. It is in the gardens that I see him standing there, near the flowers, in quiet admiration. He's hard to miss, the hulk of a man that clearly did not belong, and the big backpack and suitcase he has with him makes him look much larger. It is a peculiar sight seeing someone who looks like he does handling little delicate things with such care. He's not the Hulk, I mean... He looks up from the gardens and does a double take before a friendly face replaces his serene expression.
Miss Wright, yeah? Hi, Zachary Steele here from Luxury Living, ma'am. Hope you weren't waiting too long.
Don't you dare use that word again, Luke. If you haven't seen, like, episode 3 or 4, you know what I'm talking about.
But it looks like you're still moving in, huh? Thought for a second there my calendar was wrong and I came here too early.
You look familiar. Have we met?
Yes. I have a very wide social circle, so everyone looks familiar at one point or another. But one would think I'd remember someone who stands out like him. The struggle to recall must have been evident in my face as he quickly and kindly answers my question.
Oh, I was with Isabella, your estate agent, when she had the house blessed.
Oh, yes, that's right. Small world, isn't it?
Should have known you were Miss Wright.
The one and only. Welcome, welcome to Maison de Wright.
Maison de Wright? We're not in France, lady.
And yes, we've been in the process of moving in as we were delayed. But it won't be a problem. They're just adding a few things here and there, and you should still be able to do your work. Where's the rest of your crew then, Mr. Steele?
Zach is fine, please. Mr. Steele makes me feel like I'm a mascot for a cleaning product.
Or a Marvel film.
Anyway, I'll be your one-man crew for today. Don't worry, been doing this gig for a while now.
You must be quite the veteran to handle this on your own.
He's photographing a house. How hard can it be?
We've had a full crew coming into our penthouse the last time we were covered in your magazine.
Veteran? Oh, your words are too kind, Miss Wright.
Hannah!
I like Zach. Zach is my favorite.
If I get to call you Zach, you have my permission to call me Hannah.
Alrighty then. Anyway, I'm no veteran, but I know my camera well enough to make sure this is a good shoot. You can trust me on that, Miss Wright, Hannah.
Monsieur le photographe. Zachary proves quickly enough that I can, in fact, trust him. His skills with the camera and experience in this industry, at the very least. He is kind and courteous, listening and following as I lead him around the house. A really nice fellow, and he treats our household staff well whenever we cross paths with them. You guys must really hate the sound of my voice right now. I hate it, but whatever. I answer his questions to the best of my ability, and he is patient enough to answer mine whenever I get curious enough. For one, I ask what the bags are for. They are quite the magician's toolkit. From inside, he had procured several items to embellish the interior with. Bowls of fruits, lemons, trays with peppermills, stacks of cookbooks, cutting boards, and glass canisters filled with colorful nuts and grains are brought in for a kitchen setting. For the bathroom, there are white towels, seashells, and decorative soaps. Is he carrying, like, I don't know, a giant suitcase? What's going on? There are other things as well, too numerous to count, all in that large backpack and suitcase. Oh, he does have a suitcase, okay.
Tricks of the trade. Softens up a room, makes a place feel more homey, and fills it up with texture. But you guys probably have better stuff I can use for this.
No lights. Don't tell me all of these are just props.
Well, I've got my tripod here. For things like these, natural light is best.
It's true.
I'll just have to set the shutter speed to a real slow setting, and as long as nobody steps into the shot, it'll look great.
Oh god, he's gonna get a shot of the chick, isn't he?
Oh, it better.
We go through the rooms one at a time, although we first tackle the ones that the movers have no business in anymore. The ballroom needs a little preparation, with its grand design. Although there is some trouble at first with the wide open space and the pictures being backlit. It's in the kitchen that Zachary's props come in handy, considering how Johannes kept the place so neat and sterile. One can practically eat off the floor. We carry on touring the house and taking pictures where we can, with exception to the rooms which have yet to gain any purpose or design. Too bad I can't take a sneak peek at his photos yet. Funnily enough, he is using a traditional camera. I didn't even know film still existed. I didn't either. With the way he speaks, however, I can see that he knows enough about his craft that I'm not too worried about botched photographs. I imagine photography must be cathartic for him, judging by how at ease he looks while taking pictures. There are small snippets of conversation in between the clicking of the camera. He even goes far as to talk about these terminologies like shutter speeds and aperture when I ask about the technical aspects. That's cute. I can't quite see the picture as it is made, much like when I watch artists paint on their canvas. But just watching someone passionately practicing their craft such as this is exciting in its own way. Going through the many rooms has been quite the exercise for both of us. Aw, she's so cute. Despite that he has been so nice, I find myself putting on my best smile. Oh boy. Hope Luke doesn't walk in. But it is as we're taking pictures in the foyer that everything comes to a standstill for a moment. Just a moment. And have I not been paying attention, I wouldn't have even noticed. It is merely a split second when Zachary's rhythm is put to a halt. Oh, shoot. His finger doesn't move to release the shutter. Oh, God. Yet he also doesn't pull the camera away from his face, gaze still firmly fixed through the viewfinder. His hands shake and there's a light sheen of sweat on his forehead.
Zachary?
No response.
Zach, is something the matter?
Oh, Lord. Lowering his camera, he blinks and stares at something behind me before shaking his head. Ooh. Turning around, though, I see nothing that could have gotten his attention.
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong.
That gave me chills.
I just remembered something that's all. Let's get back to the pictures. Can you move a bit more to the left, yeah?
I struggle to respond this time. There's a sudden weight on my back and an indescribable tightness around my throat. Everything stops. And everything starts again as I manage to choke out.
If you're sure.
I don't know what just happened. It was probably just a dizzy spell. I'm fine. And he said he's fine. We continue at the same pace as before, although there is an unspoken agreement that we will not talk about what happened.
So, is this a full-time job for you then?
Nah, I just freelance mostly, for magazines, newspapers, and events. So you can't really call it a full-time job. It's fun and it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do.
No, he wants to be a director.
At least, not all the time.
What is it that you want to do then?
Maybe I've been out of line sticking my nose into other people's business, but I can't help but ask. I regret doing so as I see his shoulders slump and the easygoing air he has fades away. He looks torn over whether he wants to talk about it or not.
Films. Documentaries mostly. But cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on this thing, actually.
What thing?
Well, it wasn't really a big thing. People didn't like blue foncé very much.
Aww.
People don't like a film about colors. I suppose they would have liked Blue Bibby a lot more.
Very funny.
So, Grand Director, do you want to tell me what Blue Foncé is all about?
He hesitates. But when I refuse to budge on the matter, he gives in and spills it all out. Okay, guys, we're gonna leave it here for today. I know, I'm cutting it off right at like a good part. But we're gonna leave it here for today, and we will pick this up again tomorrow. I am gonna just keep posting videos until my voice comes back. I really don't care anymore. I'm tired of waiting. So, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on Twitter. I'm always there, PC Gamer Girl. And I'll see you guys later.
Okay guys, we're going to leave it there for today, and we'll pick it up in another episode. If you like this episode, please hit the like button down below and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. Or you can follow me on Twitter at PC Gamer Girl. See you next time.